thought I killed the first guy. If I can try and transfer to the second one. Rush B. Rush B.
Seems like we're in third person. Hello, we on now? Can you hear me? Let me know in chat if you can hear me. But anyway, as you can see, it actually is dieR's money crew that are in the lead. They have this 5-round lead currently, and they should be looking to extend this even further. Nobody's just going to be on the full eco. You can see Neeks. He actually has a flash. He's going to attempt to flash his teammates into Banana. Try and take down a player. There is one in that position, but that's going to be Smurf for the Mac 10. Comes out on top of one kill. Excuse me, I was just eating, so I can't breathe very well. As we can see, Smurf just going to be trying to clean it up now. Eventually, actually, it's going to be a team kill that comes in by dieR, but it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. Nobody's doing. You have 2 players left, and as I say that, it's actually going to be Neeks with the 5-7, who's now left in a 1 versus 2. And this is quite a lot of damage considering how much of a, rather, how minimal the investment was by nobody's. excuse me. You can probably hear me breathing a lot. I'm not used to casting without push to talk. Yeah, it's going through apparently. It's a bit away from my mouth. But yeah, we will be coming into the first gun round of the half now, I believe. Nobody's there going to have the full buy up. They won't have the op though. Slightly lacking in the utility. They only have that one, rather two Molotovs, and they're pretty important on this map, especially trying to hold those choke points late on into the round. They don't have an op either. dieMagic, he's been relegated to only a FAMAS. Hay Fever is also at me a bit, as you can hear, but we can see now the CTs, they're looking to contest Banana a bit. They're going to go ahead and throw two Molotovs down deep. That'll force Smurf off. We saw in the previous round he was quite successful at trying to catch this aggression. This time now he's facing off against the rifle. It's going to be a bit different. They're Tummin with this spam. Going to be tagging Figgy down to roughly 50 HP and a lot of damage early on put in favour of Nobodies. And there we go, Tummin actually over the smoke, able to finish off Smurf. 5 versus 4 now in favour of Nobodies, and this is what they need. dieR's Money Crew, they will be trying to charge their way up mid, and it is going to be the man in question that's going to be able to take down the first player. That's Martin, but they don't expect a second. Guinness in the corner actually only gets one. It will be dieR that treads the back. We saw him with a team kill in the previous round. He actually assisted that one also, and now the A site has been opened up. Neeks falls, and sort of the hopes that Nobody's winning this round now. It's going to be coming back to a 2 versus 3 retake. The bomb should be going down any moment. It is in the hands of Crazed, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop him. It looks like they are still going to attempt to go for this. If they can get a frag fast, maybe they have a chance, but they don't have a kit. That's the problem. They need to make this a very, very fast retake. It is going to be dieR that actually takes down dieMagic, and Tummin, he should definitely just be considering saving this rifle over into the following round now. Almost impossible to win this 1 versus 3 without the kit, and as you can see, he's just going to start to fall back through Arch. Shut up, Sketchy.
He had an M4.
And as you can hear, they think he has an M4. He actually has an AK, so he's wrong. Bad info being given there by dieR's Money Crew. Yeah, Tummin, he probably will be able to save this. I don't think they're going to be able to reach him in time. As long as he doesn't peek out from second oranges, he should be grand.
Counter terrorist to win.
What score was the first map? Was in favour of Nobodies, was it? 16-12? Okay. Alright, so dieR's Money Crew there, looking to try and take it to a third map, and what would the decider be if they're able to bring it there successfully? What's the final map if they're able to bring it to the decider? So Train. I'd probably favour Nobodies on Train even if dieR's Money Crew take this round, but of course they do want to at least put up a fight to the best, and you never know, upsets happen all the time, and Cray is actually going to take down Guinness, and apparently they actually got B16-1, I just heard that now, so, but they aren't showing up as much today. They are all very hungover. They didn't seem in tip-top shape coming in this morning, and it is going to be some aggression now coming down. Banana Tummin with a double with that saved rifle, gets himself the third, and it's complete demolition towards Banana by Tummin. There is still a one-man advantage now in favour of Nobodies, and the bomb is kind of in their control, but the utility being used by dieR's Money Crew, it should allow them to retrieve it. Yeah, I'm very toxic, Sketchy. But yeah, Crazed, he's expecting some aggression through Vietnam, it seems. As we can see though, the CT is going to be playing a fairly standard. They have one pushed up in apartments, one towards B, and one in the arch to fast rotate between either site. The only thing is, they don't really have too much to work with, only these P250s. Neeks is the only one with Kevlar, and dieMagic is already low HP. And now Neeks getting himself a bit of info, spots out Crazed towards middle. And now, where will dieR's Money Crew decide to take this? They only have 30 seconds, and it looks like they're going to make their way back towards B. Only one player remains here, and that's actually dieMagic. He's tagged up. If he's able to stay alive for a little bit of time at least and allow Martin to come over and help him, they may have a chance, but right now he has no teammates anywhere close by. And now he actually does get the kill. He gets both of them, and Sony just not aware there of his surroundings, doesn't know where the shots are coming from. It is a bit of an off angle after all, but dieMagic played that perfectly. Low HP, he had to go ahead and chose a bit of an angle that the players wouldn't expect. How well he's able to hear me, by the way? Is the quality okay? Because I'm using just a HyperX headset. But yep, Nobodies now going to be reducing the deficit of rounds that they have. It's only down to 6 now, and they actually are going to be coming into this round with a double op. Tummin and Guinness, both very, very capable uppers. They're going to be facing up against Crazed though. Not too shabby on the op himself, and now the T is just going to be playing this fairly standard, going for the apartments control. Going to be sending Sonny and Figgy to try and get control of this. And it's interesting that actually Figgy isn't on the op. Guinness actually going to take down Crazed towards middle. The op falls, and now it's a one-man advantage in favour of Nobodies. You can see now they're just playing it quite passively back towards the sites. They are still all grouped up towards middle right now. don't really have too much map control, especially towards banana. Luckily enough though, they haven't gone aggressive over there. They have opted to just give it over to dieR's money crew. I'm not quite sure what's going on right now. They seem to just be holding a lot, dieR's money crew. Playing this and hoping that the CTs will make a mistake, but nobody's a bunch of experienced players. They aren't really going to hand these frags away. They know they don't need the peak. Quality's grand. Awesome. There we go. Guinness actually going to be able to take down dieR. Peeking long all alone. Didn't work out for him. He's just going to lose his life and reduce the amount of manpower that dieR's money crew have available. Neek should have spotted that player up in the apartments, and actually this is going to be an easy frag for him towards the haystack. Sonny's going to fall, and so do the hopes of dieR's money crew actually being able to take this round, as it's all onto Figgy with 2 HP. Not going to have too much of a chance now. It's a 1 versus 5, 2 HP. Almost impossible. Should be probably just looking to save this AK. And he has been spotted. He takes 1 kill, but the problem is now the information has been given about his whereabouts. Interesting save spot. I don't think I've seen this before. Just going to be hiding behind the door. He actually will be able to carry the AK over. Good work there by Figgy, getting 2 kills, causing some damage to the economy of Nobody's and saving it. Nobody's interesting choice to actually go ahead and hunt. They don't have a very strong economy themselves. They will be able to have a bit of money left over in the reserve after they drop one over to Martin, I believe. But considering the rounds they're going down by, they aren't really able to afford to have the eco or anything. They can't really do so. Apologies. I'm tiny bit hungover, so words aren't coming out as I want them to. Smurf going to be just pushing straight up and on. Anyway, only a P to 50, and he spots both players on the site. Getting a decent amount of damage done there, but instead it's going to be all the T is falling. The Molotovs and the nades doing so much damage. B-Magic absolutely destroying them. Ace by B-Magic. Stats pug in it. We're going to see a lol. When's the lol coming in? You can't stats pug without writing lol on shot. But yep, this will be Dubai now for dieR's money crew, and Nobody's surviving with all 5 players alive, I believe. That's going to build up a lot of money in the bank for them. Figgy, yes, interesting smoke. Not quite sure what that was. Craze though, that's actually dieR on the op this time. Interesting, going to be taking down Tumman. Tumman falls, and now it's only the 1 op that remains on the Nobody side, and it's a 1-man advantage in favour of dieR's crew. dieR's money crew rather. I'm just going to call them the money crew, it's much easier. How am I feeling after that? I'm okay. Not perfect, but like, who will be after that? Like, I'm surviving. It's just about Figgy, toxic, what the hell? That's interesting. Figgy knife and Smurf. It is going to be Sonny walking out short all alone. That's a really bad idea. He shouldn't be running out alone. They have a man advantage, or at least they had, and he's just going to go ahead and throw that right away. Martin loses roughly half HP, so it's not all over. It will still favour Money's crew that they are in this 4 versus 4 on the T side to cause the CTs to split up or either take a gamble. And the only problem right now is the T's looks like they may be heading towards A, and this is where there's currently a stack coming in by Nobody's. I'm not quite sure what happened to Dinko. Apparently he was feeling sick, so. Oh, B-Magic, they're going to be taking out Figgy, and right now the T is just giving these picks away for free, letting Nobody's back into this round, giving them something to claw at, and Nobody's, they're definitely taking advantage of it. They are players that'll be able to do that, be able to exploit every single weakness you show them, and now it looks like they will make their way towards A. As I mentioned, there's a bit of a stacker, 1 player in arch, 1 towards pit and 1 towards the site, so it's going to be a pretty difficult task for Money's crew to try and penetrate their way onto the site. Martin though, going to be spotting out Craze. Craze actually wins it out with the AK, going to be able to dink him down through the box. Neeks in an off angle, gets taken down also, and it's Crazed with a double. Connects a bit of damage onto Guinness on long also, and this will allow the bomb to go down and force them back off the angle. And now the 1-man advantage back in favour of the terrorists. What was the first half score? 9-6 in favour of Money's crew, I believe. Guinness with the op now, he'll be looking to retake, and this is interesting. Double off on the retake. That's a very, very bad setup. Smurf going to take down one of them, so they don't have the 2 anymore. It is just going to be Guinness now that remains, and Crazed whiffing the shots a little bit there, but he will be able to close it out in the end, and now that's a 14th round, I believe, for dieR's money crew. Double up on the T side. Figgy gonna opt to pick one up also, so Crazed, dieR and Figgy rather. Seems like they're swapping it around between the players quite a lot, because we saw Crazed on earlier in the half, perhaps not feeling it. He got a nice 3k with the rifle in the previous round, so looks like he's just going to go ahead and stay on that instead. And Figgy was trying to go for an early pick towards Banana with the CTs. When that Molotov went in, they decided to just fall back and play it passively. No, it was 9-6 in favour of Money's crew, I'm pretty sure. Not 10-5. But yeah, the T's this time. They've taken full control of Banana, but the only problem is they've sent 4 players up Banana, so they've relegated control out elsewhere. But they do actually send 1 player up mid all alone. That's going to be crazy. He falls to Martin, and now with the smoke still active on the B site, what will they decide to do? Will they go through them? No, they don't really have an option there now as the Molotov goes down. B Magic playing this perfectly, wasting so much time, and this little loader rotates to come in, and perhaps even the flanks. We can see 1 player after pushing up through the apartments. Guinness, he has an op, so he probably isn't really looking to go for the flank. You can see the T's, they've just slowed it down now. And dieR, he's hoping for a pick with this op. He could potentially find one towards Kyle's, but he actually looks away just at the wrong time. And now Guinness with the op taking down Sunny. This isn't looking so good right now for dieR's money crew. They could be instantly reset. The economy very, very fragile, especially with bringing this double op in. Tummin, Wild Flash gets the perfect time and sprays down dieR. Smurf will eventually trade one back, but that's looking like it's all he's going to get. It's all onto Figgy now. 1 versus 4. He has the op in hand, but he only has 30 seconds. He has the bomb also. 1 flash to work with utility wise, and he's going to use that right now, trying to make his way back up middle. He has been spotted and he has been legged down to 16 HP, and I'm not so hopeful right now for his chances in this clutch. Molotov going to go down and he's burning, but no, USP will finish him off, and there we go. Nobody's, they get themselves into the double digits. So dieR's money crew, we see they were reset, their economy completely destroyed. I mentioned that it's not going to be very good for them, and because of that they do actually opt to go in for the force buy here. 3 Tech 9s, a UMP and an AK onto dieR, so dieR are going to be looking at him in this round to be the heavy hitter. He needs to put in some pretty big work. Utility wise, they are really lacking. They only have 1 smoke and 1 flash to work with, and it looks like they are going to bring this towards A. They could smoke perhaps off long, flash themselves out of balcony, send that AK up mid and try and work the longer range picks while try and close the distance with the UMPs and the Tech 9s. Right now they have been slowed down in the apartments, but eventually they are going to be able to continue progressing up the balcony. But we can see a pretty strong setup in the pit right now. 1 up on top of the balcony, 1 in the pit itself. It is going to be Sony with the UMP attempting to take down Neeks. Doesn't work out. Martin and Neeks, the duo, they chime in. They've been friends since childhood, and they're showing that chemistry now as they completely demolish the T side. And there we go. Neeks closes it out. Guinness did take 1 for himself also. Only Martin falls in that round, and they're building themselves up a strong bank. So it will eventually be an eco now. We see they actually do invest into a smoke, so looking to just try and get the bomb down most likely with this. I presume they bought this for a reason. I wonder if they've got any idea about weaknesses on the CT side, because right now I'm not really seeing any nobodies. They're playing this almost perfectly. Very, very strong setups, and it looks like right now the T's, they're going to take it towards middle. They are currently smoked off. They're going to go ahead and just smoke straight through on the short and try and run up long. We saw previously actually Kraves was successful at getting up here alone. It was afterwards he lost the frag, so he's going to go ahead and try and do this now with the pistols. They are able to close the distance, get up closer towards the library, but the Molotovs are so perfect. The utility usage from nobodies, the experience, they know when to throw these out perfectly, and it actually is going to be 2 frags that come back from Money's crew. Down to an even situation now, manpower, it is going to be equal. Crazed, he has also retrieved himself an op, so this is the weapon they have now to work with. Other than that, they only have the pistols. He's going to be a player that's looking to try and find an open. He spots the player on balcony, but he's not able to connect the shot. Martin, or rather Neeks, I believe that is able to fall away successfully. And now B Magic flanking in from the library. The Deagle of Figgy S though going to be able to take him down. Retrieves himself a weapon also now. And with the bomb down, this is definitely a winnable situation for Money's crew. Very small investment in this round, and right now they have a rifle and an op to work with. The only thing is no Kevlar, the aim punch. It will be a massive factor. As now Tummin with the op looking to try and find himself an open and frag. Figgy though not able to get the first player just as he goes around the corner, and Neeks in position to trade him out. And here we go now, Crazed on the side all alone. Tummin with the P250 though absolutely destroys them, and the defuse it more than enough time. Both players have the kits. And there we go. I don't think dieR's money crew will be too unsatisfied with that. They will be fairly pleased that they're able to get so much damage done. They got themselves the bomb plant down also, and because of that, Figgy, we can see he actually does have the AWP. It's interesting. We're seeing everyone swapping up who the primary opera is. We've seen it on Craze, we've seen it on dieR, and now it's on to Figgy. So I guess just whoever's feeling it, whoever has the money, depending on the round there seems to be. And right now, the aggressive nades coming in a banana. 3 players early on going to throw them in. dieR and Smurf going to lose so much HP before they're even able to get contact. And this is a really strong start by nobodies right now. It's actually going to be B Magic jumping over the wall towards banana, looking to try and get himself some info. He's actually going to continue going aggressive. dieR though, great shot on the B Magic, takes him out. There is one more that he potentially could find or either get traded by, and as we can see that is what's going to happen. Tummin with the op going to come out successfully. Neeks, Burns, Crazed alive, and now it's down to 3 players for dieR's Money Crew. Smurf is still low HP from those nades early on. It looks like they are going to try and take this towards A, but once again the strong setup between Martin and Neeks. One player playing at the hay bales, one player playing on the site watching his balcony run out. And they also do have the support from the opper on long in the library position. Sony though, going to be able to walk out somehow. Neeks not watching that anymore, but it doesn't matter, he will get him eventually. Figgy actually up on top of the balcony, able to take down one. Or rather up on the thing that sticks out on the wall. I'm not quite sure what that's called. There we go. Figgy gets himself another. Martin trades it though, and now it's left in a 1 versus 2. Definitely a winnable situation. The bomb is down. He has 40 seconds to work with. Gets Martin, and now Tummin up against Figgy. Opper versus Opper. Who will be the most predominant, as Figgy would ask? Right now the bomber has at least gone down, but Tummin, will he be expected so fast in on this flank? Figgy, he may not be prepared for this. As we can see now, he's just going to be crouching in the corner. Tummin doesn't hit the shot. He swaps over to the pistol. Has some utility to use. Throws the flash out, and Figgy on the side now. He is going to be white, and he's not able to connect the shot. Figgy is going to fall. Not able to clutch it out. There we go. Nobody's closing the round difference once again. And I think dieR's Money Crew will have to go ahead and go for one more eco here. Oh wait, no, we can see their money. It's actually pretty decent. They have the money bonus. I wasn't quite sure. Can we go ahead and show the scoreboard? Yeah, they have the full money bonus going into the following round. They could buy up now, but they'll be lacking utility. They won't have the op. I'm not quite sure. It's really a last minute. It's really going to be whatever they decide now in this tactical pause, and this is definitely the right time to call it. Figgy wasn't blind, he just whiffed. He should have just said he was blind, to be honest. I would have. What? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we have to remember nobody's did pick up the first map also, so dieR's Money Crew, they really need to take this if they want to bring it to a third map, and nobody's, we can see they are beginning to build up this momentum. Looks like we are going to be having the pause removed any moment. dieR's Money Crew have called for unpause, just waiting for everyone on the nobody side to be prepared to get right back into it. And here we go. We are going to be going right back into it. The countdown currently has 6 seconds, and we will be live back with the action. And this is probably one of the most important rounds in the game. If dieR's Money Crew can take this and get themselves up to match point, they'll be looking pretty good. If nobody's take this, then the economy of dieR's Money Crew will be in shambles, and we likely will be able to see nobody's taking the map. And now, let's see what approach they're going to have to this round. Are they swapping it up, or once again are they just going to go for this default? And it looks like they're going to be keeping it the same. They have 3 players towards the ramp. Going to be sending 2 players up alt mid to try and take control of the apartments. And as we can see, they aren't really too bothered about this. They've just been giving it up and playing their crossfires back towards the site and pit, and so far that's been quite successful. Seems to be a very, very similar setup every single round by nobody's. This is something that probably should have been spotted right now by dieR's Crew. Seems to be either 2 players on site, 2 players in the pit, or else 1 site, 1 pit, and then they seem to have that opper in library every single round. He's not really playing very aggressive with it, and then they always just usually have 2 players and B, maybe 3 early on, but that's not too big of a change. They always rotate him back towards A to help, or rather, yeah, back towards A. As you can see now, dieR's Money Crew, they are just going to be looking to try and take control of middle. Crazed, that's an interesting peek there. Has his knife out while peeking it, but he's not even fast shoulder peeking, he's just keeping himself in the open. Very, very dangerous. This now, dieR's Money Crew going ahead and flashing their way up long. Great shot by Crazed, absolutely destroys Guinness as he tries to peek out with the op, and now this could cause trouble for Martin and Neeks, both stuck on the site currently. They're going to need support from their teammates from B, and they're only beginning to rotate now as they are going to be getting sandwiched in. Neeks needs to try and watch long for Martin next year. It's going to be Martin that's watching long up in the corner, but he's going to get taken down. Crazed, he seems to be the man that has to show up from the window rounds, and he gets himself up to the triple. He didn't dodge this land, and right now it's looking pretty good for him. Tummin going to be able to take down Figgy over the top of the box, but will he just be contemplating the save now? I'm not quite sure what their money's like. He does have 6,000 in the bank, but a 2 versus 4 retake on the A site, it's not so likely, and indeed he will just go ahead and carry this over. So dieR's Money Crew, they will be getting themselves up to match point, or rather map point. B Magic. He's also going to be able to save his. They don't really have too much utility to save, so they will have to reinvest into that. But can we go ahead and show the scoreboard again and see what their economy is actually like? And yeah, it's not very great at all. Tumman's going to have to drop over, and this could be the game for dieR's Money Crew if they play this properly. There's not going to be a perfect buy coming in. They'll be able to drop one weapon over from Tumman. Actually, he'll be able to drop over 2 M4s, so they will have at least 3 M4s going in as long as they don't drop a weapon and that one up. But one player probably will be just working with an SMG. Crazed, playing pretty well in this game, currently sitting 24 to 18. Definitely shown up. He's the man that we've been looking at to get these entry frags. We've seen 2 3Ks from him, and they're the only really gun rounds they've won so far on this T side, and both of them have been towards the A site. This seems to be the place they're trying to get into the most, but it hasn't been all that successful. They really are just kind of giving up banana most of the time. But as I say that, they're going to go ahead and try and take it back. The utility usage from the CTs this time not as sufficient. Tumman going to get dinked down through the wall. dieR going to be able to take down B Magic, who's aggressive, and now it's all onto Tumman on the site on 10 HP. The T's though, they're not going to commit to it. They're going to go ahead and fall off and just try to go ahead and keep this advantage and try and exploit the CT defense now. Tumman down to 10 HP as I mentioned, though that could cause trouble towards the B site, as currently it looks like Guinness is going to rotate off and leave him alone. Or perhaps just setting up a pop flash for him. As we can see now, swapped up by the CT is Martin. He hasn't been up on this boost in quite a while. They have been playing back towards the sites. They might not expect the players to be playing aggressive towards the bracket this time. He does have links, man. Cooler's just a smelly person in general. Anyway, dieR looking to try and sell a bit of a fake towards B. I don't want to see him committing into this, to be honest, because if he loses his life to either Guinness or Tumman, that could be a bit of a problem. And now going in through mid, the Molotovs are going to stop the trade frag, and Martin able to take down the first. He will be able to fall off barely with just 4 HP. And as we can see, Neeks is in the pit trying to bait them into him. Throwing down the smoke to try and work around. He gets spotted though, Crazed with the headshot. Should be able to take down Martin on site. Very low HP. Martin, he's going to have a hill to climb here if he wants to try and bring this back. And Crazed thinks he's on the box. What is that? Figgy gets himself the double. Now it's all onto Tumman. 10 HP. That dink early on is coming into play. Tumman has to try and clutch it 1 versus 2 to stop nobodies from losing this map and stop it from going on to train. Figgy and dieR, they should be just playing this together. And now Tumman, he has a kit. He doesn't have any utility though. Tumman trying to clear the angles, but the only problem is now that's given away his position. It will be known. And dieR's Money Crew looking to close it out right now. Try and bring it over to the third map. Figgy closes it. There we go. Takes the headshot. Heady popper, as his team tag says. And now we will be going on to the third map. It will be Train coming up next. I'm going to go ahead and just mute the mic. Thank you.